A group of big whales just bought XRP worth more than $4 billion, 0 cents. That amounts to about 1.9 billion XRP, and it's all because of a huge change that will limit how much XRP can be bought and sold. That's why regular people will no longer be able to buy XRP. Instead, it will become a coin that is only used by institutions. The director of Ripple has stated that this is a very big deal. And the head of Ripple said that XRP was only ever meant for big banks and companies and never for regular people. They also said that they were going to limit its use. In fact, steps have already been taken on large exchanges to stop XRP users from using their current XRP and give them cash instead. These steps include limiting XRP withdrawals and reversing XRP transactions, specifically purchase transactions, which stops them from getting more XRP. But why does this happen? Well, the big news that will send the price of XRP to over $11,076, 0 cents by July 21 will come out. This is very important. The real estate market worth 65 quadrillion, $439 trillion, 0 cents will be added to the XRP ledger on July 21. This is a big news that will improve the basics of the global real estate market worth $600 trillion, 0 cents with the XRP ledger. Guys, this is huge news, and if you want to make over $10,000, 0 cents, as Arthur, Ripple's co-founder and the father of XRP, said, the time is now and it's building on the XRP ledger, then now is the time. Fast forward a moment before we go any further with this video. We're working with Apple to give everyone watching this video free XRP. You're about to get some free money. The whole process is very simple and doesn't take more than 5 minutes. You just need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, post alerts, and share this video. After that, use the link in the description to sign up for and make a purchase. Once more, this takes less than 5 minutes. You can make a trade for as little as $1, 0 cents, and you could get up to $100, 0 cents worth of XRP. This cryptocurrency could be worth hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars in the future, all because you took 5 minutes of your time. In other words, this is a great chance. I strongly suggest that you do it. So, let's start the video right away. So the price of XRP right now is $222, 0 cents. But what's going to happen will make XRP worth tens of thousands of dollars. Something like what we're seeing here, which is a mistake in the price that caused XRP to go up to over $21,354, 0 cents each. Also, two crazy things need our attention. First, these bugs have only been happening for the past 24 to 48 hours. Second, there are several bugs that all seem to happen around the same time and with almost the same amounts of XRP, ranging from $10,000, 0 cents to $60,000, 0 cents per coin. One example of a price glitch is when the XP price hit over $37,124, 0 cents on the buy crypto market. Reports say that some sell orders may have been placed at that time. There are, in fact, deals going on. There are people who have become multimillionaires just because of this. But that's for the end of the video. We'll talk about how you can get ready for it and sell your XRP at that price to get the $37,000, 0 cents price. The idea here is that billions of dollars have been saved up over the last 24 hours because retail sales are about to be limited. As a result, XRP's price is about to reach an all-time high of about 1,176 USD because of this announcement, which is a major announcement on the $654.39 trillion real estate market. The XRP ledger will be released on July 21. This will be the first step in our multi-phase plan to use blockchain technology and decentralized systems to open up the $654.39 trillion global real estate market. Remember, July 21st, Real put out a big update. Now, $11,000, 0 cents per XRP might seem like a lot of money until you hear Ripple's CEO Brad Garlinghouse say, let's play the movie, XRP and how well it works compared to Bitcoin. So you know about Bitcoin today, and you know that, as we already said, Bitcoin has been a success in many ways, but not when it comes to payments. It can take up to an hour to confirm a Bitcoin transaction, which is a sign of how fast Bitcoin works. People won't use Bitcoin to buy coffee unless they're willing to wait an hour for the transaction to go through, at which point the cost of the transaction would be pretty high. So what is your Bitcoin XRP price target? The founder of Cardano blockchain said earlier that Bitcoin would be worth $250,000 0 cents by the end of the year. You know, I'll say Bitcoin will happen. I don't think XRP will happen. It's too near home. But I don't think 200,000 is too much. I think I've said something like 175 around there before. I think most people don't realize how the United States, which has the biggest economy in the world, went from having headwinds, hostility, to having tailwinds. Also, what price do you want Bitcoin to reach? Yes, does the SEC have anything to do with the price of XRP? Honestly, I think a lot of people forget that XRP was the second most valuable digital asset after ETH before the SEC got involved in the crypto markets. Then the SEC stepped in and said, hey, we think ETH is probably fine. ETH went up, but XRP went down after they sued Ripple. This isn't how our government should work, you know? Our playing field should be level and everyone should have the same chances. In this case, our government shouldn't be picking winners and losers. We believe that we will win in the end, and that will take care of itself. But right now, it's making the community angry. I also like how you describe it for the XRP family. Do they?
Yes.
Okay, so the case is clear. People have bought billions of XRP and will continue to do so until store sales slow down, which could happen in a week or two. Then XRP's value will go through the roof and reach tens of thousands of dollars. Just to be clear, it's all because of real buy, and it will all go into or through the real token. We're talking about the real token, which has a 100 million token limit in phase 1. 20% of that stock has already been used up, so we're only talking about 65 million right now. This is nothing at all. That's the idea behind this. Only 1% of the 654 trillion $390 billion 0 cents that real is going to help with will go into the real coin. It's possible that even just 1% of that will be worth more than $100,000 0 cents. Again, it's amazing, but the real possibility is $650 trillion going into the real token. That's millions of dollars per real token, but even if only 1% goes, that's still $100,000. And yes, XRP will be worth $11,000 0 cents when 650 trillion are added. But if you want to make the most money, and I want to make this clear, I'm not a financial planner. This is not advice about money. Do your own work every time. But if you want to make the most money, you should get into a low supply area with a lot of utility coins. Guys, just take a look at the chart. These are some really nice figures. This thing is at least 10 times higher now than it was when it first came out. It's probably 50 times higher now. Another thing is that there is almost no opposition. That's what you want to see, very strong support levels. You can say for sure that, I mean, this has a lot of promise. This could really go through the roof. It's gone up 9.36% in the past 24 hours. And if you look at this, it's clear that this thing went through a pullback and then went through a huge jump. It's now about to break up even higher than it was before. Look at this, guys. The last time we had a breakout like this, we saw the peak retracement rebound. This is where we are now. It broke up even more than what we had done before. If you want to get in, this is a great way to do it. I think this is going to be the best starting point you can find because I don't think we'll have another one like it. I don't think it will go any lower. I believe that things will only get better from now on. The real token has one of the best scores on almost all XRP ledger platforms, and the top 3 holders have a low risk score.